Here we are at Rockahock RV Campground. This is addressed as Lanexa, L-A-N-E-X-A. I'll put a description down there for you. Virginia. And I think we're just a little bit northwest of Williamsburg. This looks more like a what do you want to call it? A campground at a fairground, but we're in site number 476. So you can see we have lots of shade here. Yeah. Got here, it was about 90 or 91. I was dripping sweat. I had to come in a couple of times to cool down before setting up. There's some yurts over there, and it looks like an RV spot, or a RV spot, like a rec center or something over there, group gathering camp. But the grass, they had just mowed it before we got here, is very spongy, and so your stabilizers go way down. And wasn't any trouble leveling. You just, I figure I'm probably going to have to jack them up a little bit later on because they sponged down quite a bit when I hooked up. I just jacked them up. So we have electric, water, sewer, and supposedly cable, but the cable is not working, so I need to call and find out if I need to activate that or what. But we get lots of channels with the antenna too, being close to Williamsburg. So here we are in the furthest most point east we're going to go in Virginia, and then south after this. I think that's the James River over there. Anyway, we'll do a little bit of spot around here, not a whole lot. We're more interested in the area, Williamsburg, Newport News, and maybe going to the coast and see if we can dip our toes into the water there. Wish us luck. One of the things we're going to do today is go to the Jamestown Settlement. And of course that isn't the settlement, but there's a big center here that we wanted to check out. This is really very pretty, and they have all the flags of the U.S. and they show when they became a state, who they were permanently settled by, and some information about it. Really cool stuff. This area in here, all off to the left, these are all galleries, and they are huge. There is so much stuff in there to read, it's incredible. So they go from 1607, when it was discovered or founded, all the way down to like 1699, I think it is. Really good, and you could spend easily 3 hours in here. We're almost ready to do that. The outdoor exhibits are really neat. This is a recreation, an accurate recreation of a Powhatan housing complex, or a small village. And they have a living history going on here, so they have people recreating some of the skills that they had and how they made things. This is really cool. They even had a cooking show going on here. Now this is the Susan Constant, and this is how one of the three, well, it's not the original, but one of the three ships that came over to Jamestown in the 1600s. Wow. It's one of the ships they have here, and these are fully functional ships, and they do take them out. How cool. There's the sleeping berths there. She said that they're actually 6 foot long, so they're just narrow so that you didn't fall out with the swells. Ugh, wow, how'd you like spend 4 months in here? The other two ships were the Discover and the Godspeed. They were smaller than the one we were just on and I showed you. Boy, hard to believe they came over on ships this small clear across that ocean. They also have a reconstruction of the fort here. This is a four bay house, they call it. I see there's a furnace outside. So they built all these according to the original buildings, which was located, the actual fort was a little bit further away. But very well done. Boy, this would be tough to live in. This is the hall of the governor's house. Semi-public place. They could hold meetings, and another fireplace. And I see we have another room back over there. Chess set. The other room over there with the chess set was the parlor. And this is the governor's bed chamber here. Private bed space. Something that very few people would ever see. Very cool. This is the church. One of 3 public buildings at Fort James. This is bigger than the church I went to when I was a kid in high school at Last Chance, Colorado. This will give you a little bit of an idea of how large it is. It's really outdoors. The Indian village and the ships are that way to the boardwalk. We came up this way from the fort, and then there's a nice outside area here. And then this long row of building here is where all that museum area was. There is a cafe in there. We went in and had something to eat real quick. And there's a commemorative tower here. Really quite pretty. This would be awesome in fall. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay. 9:10 at night. What's happening? Let's go out and listen. That's what we have to listen to tonight, and that's toned down. Oh boy. So, yeah, quiet and peaceful here in the neighborhood of Rockahawk. And this is inside the camper, so this is not real loud compared to what it was a minute ago. I thought the place was going to shake down. So Rockahawk is getting a big thumbs down on enforcement. Not a good place to be on a weekend. I'll try to talk a little over that air blower. He just started. But they do have a pool up here. Looks like fairly nice pool. They've got it blocked off for the moment. Looks like a water park for the kiddos. Then something you don't see very often, built-in cornhole area. Now that end up from the we're down this way. This is all part of pretty much permanent residence. And it goes on quite a long ways, so now I know why we're in 476. But driving through, they're kind of trashy, not very well kept up. There's some really old rigs in there. So this end, you probably would not come up any further than here. They do have a basketball court there, I noticed, and I'm not sure if it's lit at night. Doesn't look like it. May be one. Oh, there's a tetherball. Have not played that since I was a kid in high school. And they have their own marina, so you can pay for berths here to park your boat. Then the office is right up over there, so there's a big docking area over there. Nothing like a Buzzard on your roof at 7:45 in the morning. It'll wake you up. Gotta be up there on the roof somewhere. Okay, well, he's the least of my problems. A little bit busy around here, but there he is, down there. Where'd you go, buddy? There he is. He ran right under my AC vent. Crazy. I think this has turned to Party City here, guys. Yeah. Got a little rain here. Alrighty, I wanted to show you the spot that we're parked in, which is right here. And this area here behind us and right along here particularly is called the swamp. And that was provided to me with information from my neighbor here who has moved out since. He comes here quite often. You can still see this is a swamp. People over there were pulling out, standing in water this morning. And that whole street is filled with water. Probably had about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. All the way down there, water. So I'll go ahead and do a wrap up here for you of Rockahock State or Rockahock Campground, and it's called Rock for a reason. Evidently, a lot of the people that come here like to turn up the volume on Friday night. It was crazy. It was insane. There were 2 people in vans, I think, down there that were battling with each other to see how loud they could get the music. And about 9:30 it turned off. I'm not sure if I will include that clip of the sound or not, but we couldn't even hear the TV. And they were clear over on, according to this map, they were way back here, back in this lot. This area right back in here, and it was insane. At 9:30, 9:39, about 9:45 they shut it off. I don't know if somebody said something called or whatever, but there were some unhappy people around here. Anyway, this is the only thumbs down all the way around place that we've been to that I don't care for. I mean, it's a beautiful view out there. That's the Chaco Samdahakuhikimaneki River over there, and it's really pretty, as you saw from a couple of videos I took, or quick ones. But, and oh, there's some gorgeous red, blue, green dragonflies fly right up to you all over around here catching insects, although there's no bugs or anything, so they really keep them down. But this is kind of a last hope area, and I can see why they didn't give me I couldn't make an online reservation. I just called up and they said, yep, we got a spot. Thank heavens they didn't put us anywhere near those other people. But it's really kind of a depressing place. I was not, we're parked on grass, it's muddy, the grass is real thick. Anyway, there's no dumpsters, you just leave your trash laying out on the ground and they come around and pick it up. So anyway, we checked the laundry. There are 3 or 4 machines in there, they're brand new, and some new dryers, but there's about 3 feet of room in between them and nowhere to sit down in there, so we went on into town, just did our laundry in there. I'm going to include the highlights of this area. This is a gorgeous area, just beautiful. Oh, if it wasn't hot and humid here in the summer, this would be an awesome place to winter or to live, period. Just beautiful. But the heat is oppressive. It's just plain oppressive. We did the Yorktown and Jamestown, and we'll tomorrow, I already took a few clips. I may cut some of those out and show you. We're going to do Colonial Williamsburg tomorrow. It's $27.50 a person, and that's discounted if I didn't already include that clip. But we're going to go back to that, and that's going to take hours to see. So that'll be our final day tomorrow, and then we're heading out day after tomorrow. But I really couldn't say a whole lot more about this. I went to the bathrooms, and they're just mediocre. Very small showers in the back, about 6 or 8 of them, and but they're showers. So for the once, I did not do a shower review. Anyway, this would be kind of like, if you don't mind, an overnighter or a couple of nights, and it's not raining. It would be okay to stay here, I guess. I think it was like, we stayed for a week, and I'm sorry I can't, I'll put the price down in here for you. But it really wasn't that good. I'm sorry. It was probably my least favorite place, next to that one place I didn't like, which I think I said was deep in the woods and starting with an M. Anyway, I'll try to see if I can remember to put the name in. So anyway, you guys get out there. I'm going to add some clips if you'd like to see after this of the sites that we saw. A few of those, I'll try to keep them down. And oh, they're gorgeous. They're great. So get out there and do it. Stay safe. And thanks for watching. I hope this helps you out a little bit if you come to the area. And get out there and do it Garland style, okay? So here at Colonial Williamsburg, we're going to take a tour first of the palace. So it's a guided tour with your admission, and it's $27.50 for a single day pass. And that's what we opted for, so we will take it with this fine young woman over here.
Put the stuff that you're not going to use the most also in the pantry too. So
this is the entryway. Entryway. Very cool. When you come out the back, these are the courtyards. So there's 10 acres back here. There's an ice house back here, and all kinds of areas to get lost in. Very pretty though. Off to the side of the governor's palace right there, and we walked through the gardens over there. They have a carriage house here. And then these are about the fanciest stables I've ever seen. I hope that's coming into focus. These are really something in here. This is pretty darn cool, boy. Horses had it made. Well, kinda. Now we've been coming down the street this way here, and there's an interesting original building down there by Wythe, W-Y-T-H-E. I'll look up the full name for you, but he was a lawyer. Who wasn't a lawyer, right? I think we have another structure here. I'm not real sure what these are. I'll have to look them up. Linda lost the map, or the map lost Linda. And there's the courthouse. So this is Gloucester Road, I think it is, or Avenue, something like that. Anyway, this is the marketplace where we're at here. And Saturday we did come by here, and there were some things in there for sale and stuff for the marketplace. And then I believe that might be open. That was a pub over there, and I'm not sure if it's open for business or not, but beautiful day here. A little warm if that wind isn't blowing. It is just flat out warm. Okay, so this is the Duke of Gloucester Street, Road, Avenue, whatever you want to call it. Did find out by the marketplace over there, that tall building. That's the armory where they stored munitions and gunpowder and stuff during the French and Indian War. And this is Josiah Chowning. It's a pub, but I don't believe it is open. I haven't seen any signs saying otherwise. Too bad, we're hungry.
When it's time to actually smoke it, we take it out. We
Making up
water,
potatoes.
How long do you cure it? Usually we cure it for
3 months.
It's a while. We do not do it as fast as we could. Yeah. Just to.
Looks good. I'm hungry.
36. So you might find it slightly tight. Or you can just lose weight.
We've come all the way down to the end of the Duke of Gloucester Avenue, Road, Street, whatever it is. Tons of these buildings, but they all have names and information on them, who owned them, who slept in them, who lived there, if they were reconstructed. They're all the way down there is where we came from. So we came a long way just on one street. There's 3 streets like this. I think some are a little less long.
By the magazine, that was 52,000 bricks that came out of this yard. Wow. If you go to the blacksmith shop today, that whole complex is called the Anderson Armory. That's all our brick and mortar.
We're making our way back to the palace after having gone up to Duke Gloucester Road, Street, whatever. And we walked all the way down to the end. And I did want to point out one thing. All these homes, there's 500 homes in here, or buildings, if you will. Some of them, there's 88 structures that belong to the city of Williamsburg for displays and museums, etc. But the city of Williamsburg owns all of these buildings. And what they did was to refurbish them with modern appliances, water and such, and they rent those to employees of this village. It's called Colony, and they rent them to other people that have, I think, something to do with William and Mary with the college. So this is a living history area, and people live here.